Pain isn't a message, it's a memory. Your body does not create pain to report on damage. It creates pain to protect you. Not from what is happening, from what it expects might happen next. Pain is not a reaction, it is a prediction, a learned expectation, a memory your body keeps rehearsing because, for a long time, it didn't have another choice. Every stress you carried, physical, emotional, postural, or internal, was interpreted as a need for support, and your connective tissue adapted faithfully. It thickened in the directions you braced. It reinforced in the areas that felt vulnerable. It added structure wherever your system anticipated strain. In the short term, this kept you moving. In the long term, it reduced your freedom to move at all. Because over time, these protective adaptations accumulate. The fascia becomes denser, less elastic, less able to glide. Layers that once moved effortlessly begin to bind. Your range narrows. Your awareness narrows with it. And slowly, quietly, the body you live in becomes the shape of what you had to carry. And here is the truth we rarely name. Life in the body is movement. Life is communication. Life is awareness. These were meant to flow through you, to inform every gesture and every breath. When the body adapts too long in any one direction, movement becomes restricted, communication becomes muffled, awareness becomes dulled. The body doesn't become lifeless, it becomes less informed, less connected, less able to participate in itself. This is what we feel as stiffness, heaviness, or disconnection. Not the absence of strength, but the absence of flow. Because fascia isn't passive. It is one of the body's richest sensory tissues. A continuous fabric that tells your nervous system how you're organized, how you're supported, and whether it's safe to move. But when fascia becomes restricted or adhered, the clarity of that signal fades. Your nervous system no longer receives accurate information, and in the absence of clarity, it chooses caution. It predicts threat. It generates pain. Not because something is wrong, but because the system cannot risk assuming that it isn't. Pain becomes the echo of an old story your body never had a chance to update. This is what adaptive bodywork restores. Through deliberate, precise, hands-on work, the body is given space where it had none, glide where it had compression, elasticity where it had rigidity, and clarity where the signal had grown faint. As these restrictions ease, the tissues begin to move again. As tissue moves, the nervous system begins to listen again. It receives new sensory information, evidence that the shape is different, the pressure is different, the threat is gone. And when the body receives new data, it makes a new prediction. The pain that depended on the old prediction simply no longer has a reason to exist. People often stand after an AB1 session and feel a quietness in themselves, a sense of space, of connection, of coming home to a body they didn't realize they had been living outside of. Nothing was fixed. Something was freed. Pain was never the problem. The prediction was the problem. And predictions can be rewritten. If your body has been carrying a story it no longer needs, it deserves one honest experience of something new. Start with an AB1 series, the structured introduction designed to give your body the clarity, the space, and the sensory truth it needs to write a different future. You'll find the link to the AB1 series in the description below. One experience can change the conversation inside your body and open a possibility it has been waiting for.